Jesus looked up at his disciples and said, "Blessed are you who are poor, for yours is the dominion of God. Blessed are you who are hungry now, for you will be filled. Blessed are you who weep now, for you will laugh. Blessed are you when people hate you, and when they exclude you, revile you, and defame you on account of the Son of Man. Rejoice in that day and leap for joy, for surely your reward is great in heaven, for that is what their ancestors did to the prophets. But woe to you who are rich, for you have received your consolation. Woe to you who are full now, for you will be hungry. Woe to you who are laughing now, for you will mourn and weep. Woe to you when all speak well of you, for that is what their ancestors did to the false prophets. But I say to you that listen, love your enemies, do good to those who hate you, bless those who curse you, pray for those who abuse you. If anyone strikes you on the cheek, offer the other also. And from anyone who takes away your coat, do not withhold even your shirt. Give to everyone who begs from you. And if anyone takes away your goods, do not ask for them again. Do to others as you would have them do to you. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, O Christ.
Growing up in the South, and Texas is enough of the South that you'll understand this, we have a lot of sayings that don't really mean what they say. Bless your heart. Need I say more at that one? But we do this, and we ask questions in the South that are asking about more than just the question. Where are you from? Who are your people? Or one that I've actually been asked after telling someone that I had left my home of Natchez, Mississippi, to go to the north to live in Minnesota, who were you? All of these questions point to identity. They go to the depths of who we are as people. Where do we belong? Where does our uniqueness in the world fit within the larger picture, the larger community within a larger group? That's what these questions are asking. Where are you from? So I know what to expect from you. Who are your people? Because their reputation follows you around whether you like it or not. And who were you? Because obviously you made maybe not the best decision, in her opinion. We claim and we use so many labels for ourselves and in our lives to describe our identity. Americans, Texans, Republicans, Democrats, Lutherans, Catholics, Presbyterians, on and on and on. Sometimes we're given labels without our consent. Sometimes we deserve those labels, other times not so much. But on this All Saints, there are a couple of labels that we should be claiming. One is a label of belonging to Christ in the waters of baptism. And the other is a good Lutheran concept, saint and sinner. There's a church just outside of Duluth, Minnesota. And when you walk in the door to the sanctuary, there's a sign that hangs above the doorway. And a lot of people, when the first pastor that put it up, were highly offended. They didn't want to read that sign as they walked into church. They didn't want to claim that the label that was being proclaimed for them. Because the sign said, "For sinners only." Yeah. But that pastor held his grounds, went through the conflict that was happening over the sign, and eventually that congregation came to love that sign, to understand it in a different way, to accept that we have a tendency within ourselves to focus on ourselves to the exclusion of others, to turn away from God, to turn away from one another onto ourselves. That label of sinners is a truth that helps to break our inflated notions sometimes of ourselves. Even because, especially at church, we like to hold on to that thought that, well, we're all good people. We go to church every week. We do these things. Maybe we're not saints, but we're good, right? But that's the thing about Lutheran theology, is we don't just hold on to that side of the equation to say, we are horrible sinners. Woe is me, woe is me. We also proclaim that at the same time, through Christ, that we are 100% saints, that we have been claimed by God in the waters of baptism, made to belong to God and to one another in those waters. Most of us hear that label saints, and we think about those people who have lived exemplary lives. Maybe they've done great things in sacrifice for other people. Maybe they've been a martyr for their faith. Maybe miracles have been attributed to them through prayer or through their touch. But their lives seem to be these impossible lives for us to live up to. They seem more able to live out those commands of Jesus to love your enemies, do good to those who hate you, bless those who curse you, pray for those who abuse you, do to others what you would have them do to you. It feels like an impossible task. But this is what Jesus calls us to live within the midst between the sinner label and the saint label, to live between the blessings and the woes that we heard read this morning. We have been called and named saints of God through the waters of baptism. Lately, there seems to be an awful lot of labeling of identities in a way that only fractures us. Conservative versus liberal, progressive, whichever label. Legal versus illegal. Housed versus unhoused. We label one another. We separate ourselves. But again, Jesus says, love your enemies. Even those who didn't vote for the same person you voted for. Do good to those who hate you, especially those that even you dislike. Bless those who curse you, even when it's easier to just curse them back. Pray for those who abuse you. Really, Jesus? Really? Pray for them. And then we hear these blessings and these woes. Are we hungry? Are we full? Are we wealthy or are we poor? Are we mourning or are we happy? Are we persecuted or are we loved by all? Most of us here live in relatively good homes with a fairly steady source of income. We may not consider ourselves that wealthy, but neither are we poor. And in comparison to the rest of the world, we are wealthy indeed. And while we may not be physically hungry, many of us do have a continual spiritual and emotional hunger gnawing at us for a place to know that we belong and to know that we are loved just as we are. And again in life, we might find ourselves back and forth between these blessings and these woes, one on one day, the next on the other, and maybe even straddling the line sometimes in our lives. So how then do we claim and live between these two? Again, it goes to a phrase that is core to our Lutheran understanding. In the Latin, it's simul justus et peccator. Simultaneously justified and right with God, and same time a full sinner. Nothing to do to change either side of that. We don't aim for perfection because we know it is impossible for us, yet we have been granted the gift of God's love. We've been given God's grace to be able to accept ourselves fully as we were made in Christ and to live together in community as saints of God, bound together as one. The writer of Ephesians tells us that in Christ we have obtained an inheritance of life, an inheritance of mercy and of compassion, an inheritance of love, not of hate, an inheritance of promise and faithfulness, not of distrust and dismissal. A promise that God is with us always, even as we stand today and acknowledge those who have gone before us, those whose lives we have seen disappear from among us. God promises to be with us even then. We do not know how this will come out fully in our lives. We stand knowing that God is with us, and yet we also grieve. We stand celebrating new life, yet knowing that death comes for all. But mostly, we come today to this place to remember those who've gone before, but also to claim with them the answer to those questions. Who are you? A beloved child of God. Who are your people? The body of Christ, formed by God's grace and God's love. So as you leave today, and as you leave this sanctuary any day, I encourage you to stop at the font, to dip your fingers, to make the sign of the cross on your forehead, and to remember the words that were said over you at your baptism. Child of God, you have been sealed with the Holy Spirit and marked with the cross of Christ forever. You belong to Christ. You belong within the body. Amen.